This is a good question. So why can't separations from a narcissist be civil? This is a great question, and I want people who are about to go through a separation or divorce or breakup with a narcissist to understand this as well, right? It will never, ever, ever be civil, ever, right? They might even say it. They might even say, like, let's break up civilly. Let's go through a civil divorce. We don't need lawyers. You're going to hear those type of things from the narcissist. But you have to understand that with a narcissist, they don't see you as a normal person, as a person who has feelings, who has empathy, who has their own thoughts and own actions and things like that. They see you as a possession. There's a phrase that not a lot of people talk about that that all narcissists say, that's very frequent, that illustrates this point. Most people who've gone through a relationship with a narcissist, once they started to set boundaries, once they started speaking up for themselves, when they decide that they want to leave, what does the narcissist typically say? Who have you been talking to? Right? That is a phrase that a lot of people just pass over. They don't really think about it. But think about that for a second. If they're asking you who have you been talking to because you just now for the first time spoke up for yourself, they don't think of you as a person who could even have your own thought, could even think of the fact that they're being mistreated, could even think of the fact that they possibly could leave. You having your own ideas is so foreign to the narcissist, right? Why? Because to you, you are a possession, right? It would be literally like the equivalent of if someone was going through your phone, someone hacked into your account, you would know it. Because you'd be like, why is everything so off in here, right? And that's how the narcissist views you, right? That you are their possession. You are literally like a phone to them. The way that you see your phone is the way that a narcissist sees you. So even if they move, and a lot of times I hear things like, well, maybe if they move on to a new person, they'll leave me alone. That's not true. They won't, right? Because they think of you as a possession. And just like I was talking about with the phone, right? Even if you get a new phone, no one better touch your old phone, right? Because it still has my old passwords, it still has my old icons. You can still access my Facebook account and everything, and my bank accounts if you have my old phone, right? So you are a possession to them, and so even though they don't want to treat you right, they want to treat you however the hell they want because you belong to them. They also don't want you in anyone else's hands. They also don't want you to have freedom. They would much rather, just like an old phone, they would much rather you sit in a drawer and wait around for whenever they want to circle back than to ever let you go free. And so to understand this a little bit better, this is the reason why in the beginning the love bombing, right? A lot of people don't know this, but narcissists actually hate the love bomb stage. This is the reason why they rush through it. What are they rushing to? Not only are they trying to rush to the devaluation phase, where the part where they're abusing you, the part where they're mistreating you. Not only are they rushing to get to that point, but they're also rushing to enmeshment. Right? What is enmeshment? It can come in many different forms. It can come in the form of getting you pregnant or getting pregnant, moving in together, marriage, engagements. Basically things that leases, buying cars together, a lot of the things that people consider relationship goals, right? Owning businesses together. How many times? I mean, I'm sure everyone in this chat can relate to the fact that at some point in time, like once they got married, once they got engaged, once they had kids, they saw a complete switch from the narcissist, right? Because that's what they wanted. Right? They never wanted and you were working to try to get it back to the love bomb phase when things were good. It will never get back to that point. And the reason why they wanted that enmeshment is because of this. Is because when they mistreat you, it's this really strange dynamic that in the narcissist's mind or someone who's toxic's mind. If I mistreat this person and they don't leave, then they will never leave. So I'm going to continue to mistreat this person, and it's going to make me feel better about myself because I'm dominating and I have power and control over this person. But also with the enmeshment, what do? They throw that in your face if you ever do try to leave, right? Because you getting married to them, You having kids with them, you owning a house with them, had nothing to do with building a relationship like healthy, normal people, right? It had everything to do with, if you ever leave, I'm going to make this an issue, right? I'm going to take custody of the kids. I'm going to not let you have any of the equity of the home, right? Not saying that these things will happen, right? Obviously, you go to court and court will protect your rights, but that's what they think in their mind, right? That I'm going to rip this rug out from underneath this person. I'm going to make this as big of an issue as I possibly can. This is the reason why exit strategies are so important. Right, you have to come up with an exit strategy because your bank account will be wiped clean if you share bank accounts with them. Your phone lines will be turned off. Your cars will be repoed because they think of you as a possession. They intentionally, and they'll wait until until it's the most inconvenient time, and then they will rip the rug out from underneath you. Right, so you have to understand this, and this is the reason why an exit plan is so important. You're not going to get out of the relationship unscathed, but you can minimize the scathing with some planning involved. But to go back to the question and to answer it just one more time, to be a lot more direct. The reason why it can't be civil is because they think of you as a possession and not as an actual person.